You know, I absolutely love it here. I had no intention of coming to Darwin. We sold up in Sydney, travelled around Australia for a few years, going to be 15 years, and after about 5, we're in Darwin, and I'm going, my God, I just feel so free, you know? It's away from the corporate world. Here you can just be yourself. I was blown away by the wet. My very first experience was October. I'm standing on my balcony at the waterfront over the harbour. You can see the weather coming in like a blanket of fog almost is the rain, you know. So there I am standing there. There's thunder rattling around, roaring around the city. There's lightning just going completely berserk as it's leaping from cloud to cloud. And I'm almost frightened, you know. I'm on the balcony 1 minute and I'm back in the lounge room the next. So all this colliding of lightning and thunder and rain, and the palm trees which were just below us at the waterfront were just going berserk. You know what happens when palm trees, the wind just takes off and swirls around. And I stood there for about 20 minutes and decided I am completely hooked on this place. It is so flipping exciting, you know? I met a few people who were saying, there's nothing to do in the wet. It's all inaccessible, it's too hot, it's too wet, it's too just about everything, you know. And I went, oh no, you are so wrong. This is magic. The vibrancy of the wet and the lushness of the wet and the waterfalls in the wet. It's such a contrast to the dry. This is what people want to be experiencing. The time to walk in Darwin is dawn, basically. Wandering up through the gardens, it's a bit sort of peaty. The smell is like wet undergrowth, you know. The drops of rain, you can see every single little drop on every single little separate bit of stem or leaf, you know. And you can watch it sort of travel on and down. And Mindle Beach is a favourite. So Mindle Beach in the dry is, you know, we all know, pretty popular with the backpackers and the campers. But in the wet season, again, there's nobody there. So you can sort of dig your toes and the sand is freezing. You know, and wander along the beach, and then the sun actually rises up over those trees and sort of has that sort of pink glow on the, just like a mirror. I mean, if you look across now, you can see the buildings of Darwin reflected in, and that's not even in the sea, that's in just wet sand. Stokes Hill Wharf is one of my favourite places, another one of my favourite places to go, especially if I want to have dinner as well as watch storms, because you can do them both at the same time. You get a really good and wide vision of the horizon. All these black clouds hover there. It's blue sky above you, and all these black clouds hovering over there, and you're going, come on, you know, we're waiting for you. I think it's freeing. You know, I mean, down south, you can't go out in the wet and go, oh, I can play in the rain, you know. But here you can, because it's not cold. I love the desert. You know, so this isn't exactly the desert, but it's sort of somewhere between Sydney and the desert, you know. We are absolutely here to stay. I mean, I honestly can't imagine why anyone would live anywhere else. You and I can be best buddies now that we've sat here like this, you know, chatting away. And I think it's quite unique to Darwin. It's hard to believe that Darwin and Sydney are two cities in Australia, because you could be in a different country up here.